Hello guys, how are you all? This is Prashant. I welcome you all, and today's topic is Introduction to SQL. Actually, which language we are going to learn, we must know what is it and how it works. So let's begin and have a look of that. So here today we are going to talk about the Introduction to SQL, and its full form is Structure Query Language. First of all, I want to tell you that focus on this word language. Language is a medium of communication. As I am speaking in English and I am communicating with you, so means my language is English and this is the medium of communication. Similarly, here we have the user and the database. They both want to communicate, so they require a language. As in the first topic, I told you that we have the only 10% structured data and 90% unstructured data. So similar word you will get here, structure. That means it can access only the structured data. It can check only the structured data, not unstructured data. Is this clear to all of you? Queries. We will write down some queries. We will write down our queries to fetch the details, to access the information. So that's why it is known as structure query language. I think these things are clear to you. So now here we are going to begin. The father of this SQL is known as E.F. Todds, Edgar Frank Todds. Okay, he's known as the father of this language. But he gave the theory only. He gave a theory of this structure query language in a fixed model. He told that you can store the data, you can fetch the data, you can make a relationship. He explained all the things with the help of relationship algebra and tuple relationship calculus. So with that, he make a model only that time. He didn't do any work on that. Means he gave a idea, he gave a theoretical work only. But after that, in 1970s, IBM start research on that. Okay, in 1970s, IBM start research on that, and two researchers they appointed, Raymond Boyce and Donald Chamberlain. Sorry for the pronunciation. If I am pronouncing wrong, you can make a changes. Okay, so that time in 1970s they started SQL. Okay, they started SQL, but its name was not SQL. That time it was SEQUEL. The name was SQL. Like that it was written that time. Simple, assistant for simple English query language. Okay, simple English query language. So that time it was like that only, but after that they changed the name SQL. Okay, SQL. So I think these things are clear to you. One thing I want to tell you, but nowadays nowadays many companies are in this, Oracle, MySQL, and this Spark, Big SQL. So many companies are there, those who are working on that, but the who planted this tree is IBM, and who gave the idea is Edgar Frank Todds. Okay, I think these things are clear for you. So now, what we are going to study in this? What is the syllabus? What is the SQL? Why we are going to learn it? Okay, so things are clear to you now. So first of all, in the syllabus, we will understand SQL is a specified domain language. Okay, domain specified language. Actually, languages are two types. We have general purpose language and the domain specified language. What is a general purpose language? General purpose which can work in all the platforms, which can work in all the sectors, as like a C, Python. These are the C++. These are the language which we can say that these are the general purpose language. Sorry. These are the general purpose language. And domain fetching language, you can see here, this is the user and this is the database, and database is stored in the domain. Okay, so we have a language, we should have a language to fetch the data from this domain. Okay, so this is domain specified language, means we are storing the data in a database and we are fetching the data from that database. Is this clear to you? This is user and this is database. I'm writing DB only, okay, for your better understanding. Okay, so now second thing is it is a declarative language. Declarative language means each and everything you have to declare. Okay, declarative language stands for, here we have two types of language, declarative and the procedural. So what is declarative? What declarative stands for? What to do. Okay, please write this for form yourself. What to do means what you want to do. You have to write down simple queries, you have to write down simple keywords. Actually, when I will tell you the this SQL in when I will teach you the SQL lessons, that time I will tell you it is really a simple English query language. It is simple, only few words you have to write down, as like select, from, primary, or you have to write down not, in, not null, create, delete. The simple words you have to write down. Okay, so that's why it is simple language. Okay, and the declarative language, as I told you, what to do, you have to write down simple English keywords, what to do, what you want to do. But in procedural language you have to write down what to do and how to do. One thing is there, what to do and how to do. Now here is the example. How to do, you will have a language as a Python you are using, and as a C++. So where there you have to write down a function particularly to perform a thing. Means you are saying that I want to add the two numbers, but you are giving the procedure how to add the numbers. Okay, so here in Python or C++, you will find out the how to do and what to do all together. But in this you have a declarative language, you have to define only what to do. Okay, and that what to do will help you to fetch the data from your database. Okay, is this clear to all of you? We will have some certain types of command, DDL, DML, DCL and TCL types of commands, which we are going to use in this. Okay, so by the time when we will start this, I think it is tomorrow's topic, so we will declare this thing tomorrow. You will come to know what is this. Okay, keys and constraints. Here keys, we have to define some keys as a primary key, candidate key, super key, and constraint key, compound key, and foreign key. So many keys we have. I think we already learned about that. If you have not watched that video, please go and watch that and continue with that. Okay, so keys, we have certain types of keys to use in SQL. Here the constraints are the rules and the limits. Okay, rules and the limits that tells you what kind of data will go inside the table or a relation. Okay, means what kind of data it will contain, what kind of rules it will handle. Okay, as the primary means you cannot make the duplicate there. You cannot, once you entered, you can't delete that one. If you delete that, it will not come again. So like that, these are the certain rules. So constraints are the rules. We will use some operators. We have some operators, as in the Python we have also not in or not in. So these are the very important operators. We will use them. Okay, so you have to remember this also, and like many are there, so we will use some operators also. After that we have the clause. Group by means we want to make a group of some certain values. Order by ascending or descending order. We have to fetch the data from where? From DBS, from relation database. Where from which database we have to access the values. Distinct when we want to hide the duplicacy of the values. So like that we have the clause. Okay. Now we have a joins and nested. I want to make you focus on that, because this question will come surely one in exam time, and many of the students will make a confusion in that, because you know the simple things, but when we are going to talk about the joins and the nested, means table inside table, so that time you will make a problem in that. You are not understanding what is the importance of this. So that's why I'm saying that please make a 3-star, 4-star, 5-star on that, and please make it sure that we have to give a focus on that. Okay, and when you will go for the jobs and all, you will get many questions from this area. Okay, many questions from this area, so we have to focus on that. Okay, these things, I think this is clear. After that we have some views, as like we have this one table, and from this one table, let's suppose it have 1 2 3 columns, and I want to see the view of only these two, so I can create another view. So this type of things we will learn in this. Okay, so these things are clear for you. This is the syllabus of class 11th and 12th, so we will discuss it. So I think things are clear, I hope. If you are not able to understand, let me know in the comment section. Okay, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you and have a nice day.